this is my very first Life Coach PSA in San Diego. And I just want to talk about it a little bit and do some life coaching through it because I think this is a very applicable moment. I know I'm not just doing things for my life just to have a story to tell for the PSA, but I do think when you're able to find the lessons in life, it makes it a lot easier to navigate life. And so when you see the opportunities, you're more aware of them instead of going in life being scared or anxious or worrying. Because when I decided to move to San Diego, for when my lease was coming up, although I was happy at my job, I just did not feel that, I did not feel that drive, like I used to. So I kept feeling that push to, sorry with the pen, but I just kept feeling that push to be called for more. And so I just felt the need to come out and to go full in on my business. So Stu Project is open for 101s all year round. If you're interested, let me know. And that's just for nutritional counseling, simple health coaching, the bundles, not really doing those yet, but yeah, I can, sorry, I'm gonna, well, I'll talk about this later, but anywho, so yeah, I think a lot of times we get anxious or we get stressed out because we get anxious because we may feel a change is needed. It may be time to leave that relationship. It may be time to leave that job. It may be time to leave the living situation. Whatever it may be, whatever growth it may be time for you to grow into. You may have doubts, you may have fears, but until you learn to flow with it and accept it, you will always have that anxious moment. And if you resist behaving as your authentic self, accepting your divine plan, accepting your divine nature, that's fine. It's always going to find a way to you unless you keep avoiding it. And I think that's where the stress comes from, because we often get stressed out when we are working jobs that we don't even really like, and we get stressed out when we're putting up with, sorry, I let this drop, but we get stressed out when we are putting up with people at our jobs who maybe get paid more, but worth ethic is way less than yours, whose IQ is way less than yours. So we have to keep in mind just exactly like, what are we causing to our bodies? Like when you're not speaking up for yourself, when you're not putting praise for yourself, when you're not giving humility, we store those in the body. And until you learn to navigate that and understand, you will still, you'll still feel that anxiousness. You'll still have that stress. Because I know a couple of my clients would always feel stressed until they realize, like, I can't meet the demands of this job anymore. I'm getting too old for it. Let me go and find something that I love. Or, yes, I realize that I'm anxious because I have doubts in a certain area in my life. And so now that I'm able to work it out, I am more confident and I am more able to go forth and step into my purpose. And then you find your passion and then you're happy again. Because that's all we want. We just want to be happy at the end of the day. And so if we're constantly avoiding those steps that we need to take. Like, we're not setting boundaries. We're staying overtime at work. We're not taking time to find things that we actually enjoy, things that make us happy and light up, that does not involve a TV screen or a computer screen. You know, go out, enjoy the world, make memories. We are meant to live. We're meant to enjoy. And you can't keep holding yourself back. Because if you know you've been working a job that has been stressing you out, and you allow it to stress you out, like, why are you allowing that? Oh, because the health benefits. Oh, okay. That's nice. I mean, that's cool. But unless you learn to set boundaries with the people in your job, because that's what I did. Like, for me, when I first got into Aquila at the Federal Fitness Center, I was stressed, but I also had no boundaries. And so it just got to the point to where it was like literally one day, it seemed like everybody had called out. And so I was just literally manning the entire gym by myself, doing classes, signing people in, answering phone calls, returning emails. And so I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So I set boundaries. And I think that was one of the things that I learned that I needed to learn to help me step into my purpose. Because if I did not have boundaries, I would probably not be good at enabling. I would probably not help people meet their goals as a health coach, life coach. So when you start to feel those feelings of anxiety, when you're coming to those big life decisions, so you're starting to get that feeling, you know how it is. When I call it, like, I guess it is like that transformation. It's like, it is time for something else. It's like, man, I need a job. You pissing me off. You making me mad. I don't like you. This email is stupid. This meeting is dumb. And so you feel the change. You feel it coming. And so you can do one or two things. You can start preparing for the change and embrace it, or you can dig your heels in and continue to feel that angst, that uneasiness, that tightness, like, that discontent, like, you know what I mean. And that's how it was in San Francisco. Like, honestly, I love San Francisco, but my job was in the middle of the city, and I could not live in Dublin and drive to and from every day, because that was not enough. I had no life. So I moved into the city. And so when I moved into the city, my car was broken into. I got like 10, 15 tickets. I had crazy people. Not crazy people. Sorry, that's so rude. I had people on drugs, or homeless people, yell, throw things at me, try to get my number. I would have to pass my poop every day. It just got to the point I was like, why am I living like this? And so I met my wonderful guy in San Diego, and so I'm like, why am I here? San Francisco is not that warm either. It's a windy city. The wind is disrespectful too. But so San Francisco is still a great place. It is just not for me. I'm not a city girl. I grew up in Mississippi. Lived in Georgia for 6 years. Ain't none of that in San Francisco. Like, I'm a city girl. I'm a country city girl. And that's like San Diego. That's perfect for me. So when my lease was up, I felt that pressure to move. And so You have to be able to learn and take that leap. Now, I could have put the stress on myself, decided to extend my lease, decided to stay at the gym and try to juggle my job and my side hustle, or I could take the faith and move all in and have less stress, less car break-ins. So it takes knowing when to make those moves, when to stay at the job, when to leave the job, when to stay in the relationship, when to leave the relationship, and even just to make awareness of what it is you're supposed to learn from those situations. And I feel like sometimes we stay in situations longer because we refuse to learn the lessons. Like we can't keep, like, it's like I stay at the same job because I can't find another job. Well, what do you need to learn from this job? What are you not getting? Because it could just simply be that you're not learning to appreciate it. And I promise you, once you learn to appreciate your job, because I know this is how, like, I would always be like, I hate this job. I'm so tired working here. Right before I started to really appreciate my job, and then another opportunity came. So, yeah. But that's just my life, and these are my lessons. You need to learn how to use your lessons. If you need help, let me know. I'm a life coach. I can help you navigate those uneasy feelings to figure out what the F you trying to, like, life. What you trying to teach me? So I hope this helps. If you feeling what I'm feeling, just let me know. Happy Tuesday.